we're going to look at is working on that front rack position. Now, a lot of guys come into this gym and they struggle maintaining those high elbows and that clean or that front squat, okay? So, what we're going to do is get into the triceps, get into the lats, and just look at different ways we can utilise the barbell, the roller, the ball, and the band as well, just to get into those points. The first thing we can do is with the barbell. Now, if I'm on the bar, I can drive my tricep over the bar, and I can extend over that bar and then drive my tricep over, breaking down that muscle tissue. From here I can rotate from side to side. As soon as I find a point, I can stay there. I can then bend my arm and extend it again, and then rotate again to a different point, bend and extend, and go deeper into the muscle tissue, further down the tricep and around the side. Okay? Now, this is a really good drill for just breaking it all down. We can repeat that on the opposite side. Again, rotate from side to side, hit different points of that tricep, getting nice and close to the elbow at one end, and then coming all the way up to the top of the tricep as it comes into the, meets the lat at the other end. Once we've done that, we've broken the muscle tissue down, we can then stretch that muscle tissue out. And a very good way to do that would be on our band. And again, the band is going to sit, and I put it around my knee height, okay? My hand goes through the band, and then I grip, okay? It's very important. We don't want to be holding onto the band on the end of it, like so, okay? The hand goes through, comes around the wrist, and then we grip solidly on both sides of that band. We pull the elbow up and through, and then from here, we step away from the rig or the post that we're using, and just let that elbow come back. And we want it to completely stretch and kick out, so that elbow sits in line with that elbow down here. It's okay. Really just let it go, don't fight it, and just let the band do the work, okay? If it begins to subside, then all we can do is just step it out slightly further, just to increase that stretch and putting that elbow through. If you're at home and you haven't got a barbell to do that drill on, then you can do exactly the same drill, but this time with a lacrosse ball. Okay, so I'm not sure if you'll see this drill from here, but so when I'm on the floor now, I've got the ball on the floor and I'm going to hit that same point of my elbow, this time fully extending, and then bring my arm back up and bending that elbow, rotating over that ball, finding a different point, and then moving up the ball to hit different points of that tricep. Okay, if you haven't got a band at home, it's fine. We can do a very similar stretch. It won't be as intense as it is with a band because we haven't got anything pulling back. We can do little things like coming up against a solid point and then putting the tricep out there. So we pull that hand behind, my hand is in line, so it touches the top of my spine, and I'm literally putting pressure on that elbow, stretching out that tricep. Other things that affect that overhead position, as well as the triceps, is the lats. If the lats are tight, it's going to be really hard to pull the elbows up and through into that high position. So another thing we can do for this is break that muscle tissue down, and again, I'm going to get the foam roller out this time. And on the foam roller, I'm going to trigger this point here where my lats are on the top, where it meets the armpit, all the way through to it meets around the back of the rib cage here. I'm going to come over that roller, pulling my arm through, and I can come up. It's quite difficult to do this, so you've got both stages, but you can pull yourself down and up that roller, hitting that lat. You can also rotate from side to side, hitting a different point of the lat. If we find a point that's tight and we get that knot, then we can apply pressure, push down through that, and then rotate again. And just keep working your way up and down that roller until you've hit different points of that lat. Okay? And then, when we want to stretch that lat out, we can come back to our band. This time I'm just going to take it slightly higher into the post. Okay, so I've broken my muscle tissue down in my lat, I've gone over the foam roller, and now I'm going to stretch that out. So the same principle applies to the band. We don't want to be holding onto the band with our hand, like so. Okay? We want to be able to get that through around the band at both sides. Okay? From here, we let the arm go, we sit back into that stretch, and we let that band do the work and pull the lat out. Now, if I increase that stretch, I just let my shoulder go, and then I pull myself up and through looking to the ceiling under my arm, and that increases that stretch and really hits downhill through where that lat rises, from where it meets at the armpit to the rib cage. If I haven't got a band at home, I can going to pull that stretch out with the band, okay, and I can do the same drill, but just holding on to the object, and literally sitting into that, holding on, and letting my body weight do the work this time, as opposed to the band. It's going to get you as we're going to give you a deeper stretch with the band, but you can still do it at home. Okay? And that is how two ways we can get into that front back position, by getting into the lats, breaking that tissue down in the lats, stretching the lats out. We get to the triceps, remember breaking the tissue down on the tricep on the barbell. If you haven't got a barbell, you can use that in the cross ball and just hit the same points on the cross ball. And again, hitting that stretch on the band with the band down by your knee. One last thing we can do with the band is keeping the band up nice and high, but this time pulling from above ourselves. We can get that elbow in and step through the band, and again just pull through the front of that armpit and into the tricep. We can manipulate the position, our shoulders in, so if I sit here, my chest is facing straight, I can then turn it away and pull the shoulder back into its joint, and again that is a different point at the shoulder and the tricep. If I want to, I can extend the arm and let it step through even more, and that again increases the stretch through the shoulder. If I just want to hit more purely with the tricep, then I just keep the arm bent and I face straight on, keep the stretch straight through the tricep. And that's how we can develop that front back position.